It is June 3rd, 2012. I'm here at Circleville High School. They have their construction for their new high school and elementary school building going on. And I didn't notice this till I got a little bit closer by one of their practice fields. From a distance, it just looked like there was like a dirt hill and then some dug up dirt, but I didn't realize how dug up. So it's pretty cool. They got a drainage outlet here. I wonder if they're going to turn this into a pond or what they're doing. That's cool too. I've walked past here so many times and now there's a huge crater. Oops. If I was in a little bit better shape, I'd go run down there and run back up, but probably take everything out of me because I haven't been out of my house much lately. This is already a huge step for me. My house is like almost half a mile away from here, and already feeling anxiety kicking in. Today's Sunday, and Tuesday I'm supposed to taper down again off of my medication. Say something else was dug up over here. And most of the construction is on the entire backside of the current high school. Just got equipment out here chilling. That's cool. I was about to say, it seems like nothing was like fenced off, but here's the first thing. The state track meet started at the Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium out at Ohio State. I've been there, I think, to 2 different meets in the past, and last time I was there was back when Ted Ginn Jr., the pro wide receiver of the NFL, and guy who was really good at both football, offense and defense, and track and field. He was like the star athlete at the state meet that year. It was, I think, 2000. Probably 2004. I think he was a year behind me. Anyways, he was favored to gold every all 4 events that he was running in, and one of his main events, 400 meter dash, he ended up actually getting beat. Can't remember the name of the guy that beat him right now. I think the guy that beat him, though, ended up going to Michigan to play football, which was funny because they're such big rivals, and then he ended up transferring to Ohio State. So, like, 2 of the fastest guys in Ohio ended up being on the same football team at one point. Yeah. I might as well. I'm trying to fight through drowsiness from my medication, and then I'm having it. It's not, I don't know, it's not helping my anxiety attack, or it's causing my anxiety attack. That's why I'm trying to wean off of it to find out. But yeah, I feel dizzy just walking around. I'm already dehydrated, so I have to just relax, because I don't. In the past, I would always carry extra medication on me, and not doing that because I'm supposed to be weaning off. Because I found out anyways that I was having increased anxiety whenever I took more medication, and it's supposed to be all in my head. Anyways, wow, done a lot since I've last got out. It used to be a softball field farther off, and then right here was actually a fairly nice baseball field. I was surprised because they'd put fresh dirt in it, and the grass was fairly nice, and the fence, wasn't brand new, but it wasn't horrible. Anyways, and I noticed on the edge of the dug up dirt, there's more farmland, so that's always good for a high school if they want to rebuild more in the future. Where that wood frame is, they still haven't finished tearing down what was a garage. I remember I got expelled from Ohio Christian University back in January 2005, or maybe it was might have been right before Christmas of 2004, and they were formerly known as Circleville Bible College, and my stepdad was royally pissed off at me and wouldn't let me stay at his house that night. And I remember I walked all the way down 22, Bible College is up there a couple mile or two, and I walked all the way, I jogged all the way down 22. It was freezing cold in the winter, and then I ended up walking to the high school and to the track, and then for one night in the freezing cold, I wore as many clothes as I could, and I remember in front of this garage building where there was a concrete slab, and it's hard to tell from the fence if it's still there. Anyways, I slept for one night in the freezing cold with boatload of layers on in front of this garage, and the YMCA happens to be right next door, and I knew that they were a Christian organization, so first thing I did that morning was walk in there and ask if I was very desperate, so I actually asked if there was any way I could get some kind of donation money or help, because my parents were gonna let me stay with them, and none of my friends came through. I wasn't just gonna kill over. And luckily the lady at the front desk knew about the local help agency, Pickaway County Community Action. Still trying to figure out what this thing is. This giant thing. Side. So it's like anyways, went to the YMCA, and the lady at the front desk knew about Pickaway County Community Action, a local help organization, and she told me to go check with them, and I checked with them and told them my situation, and found out that there was a men's shelter at the time, which is now currently the men's veteran shelter, and backup shelter. It's supposedly a little cramped and a little less nice. I just realized right here was the shot put. They had a nice shot put set up, and it's gone. Yeah, they just redone the shot put for this season. Goodbye already, but they got millions of dollars to work with, so I can afford it. This must have must be there's brand new hurdles that were ordered. Yeah, back to my almost homelessness story. I got placed in the shelter like the very same day, so I got really lucky. The fact that I was kicked out of school, nowhere to go, and then it's actually the only that night by this garage over here was the only night I've ever technically had no place to sleep and just got too tired. It was late at night and just chose to sleep outside. So spent one night on the streets in my life. It's not really the streets. It's freezing cold. No one else came to the track that night. It was I remember it was 10 degrees outside that night. So my crazy habit of buying a boatload of clothes in high school and then I bought, a good amount of dress clothes for the Bible college. Having all those clothes came actually that I regret spending so much money on that I could have invested into a car or something better. Actually helped me out that night. Blessing in disguise. Yeah, so the concrete slab is gone. looks like it's been gone for a while because of all the grass up. Year or so, more. Just haven't paid attention. And it's a really windy day, so I'm gonna wonder how much of my voice actually came through in this video. I made a video on this track before where hardly a word of what I said was even picked up. And straight ahead was where old middle school track and cross country standout teammate Adam Walter's old house used to be. I remember before they started the main part of the construction and before they tore his old house down, I noticed that white building. It's like three-car garage with the upstairs. I almost could have sworn that there was a nice brick-style house connected to it that looked like, together with the garage was easily worth, over $1 million. It was at least up there in the price. I know out in, somewhere in Tampa, Florida, it would be worth that much. I'm getting woozy. Yeah, I'm gonna just start heading home eventually. 16-minute video, walked probably 3/4 of a mile. Anyways, yeah, unless I'm going crazy, I'm fairly certain I remember a nice house that was connected to that garage. If they're either planning on tearing down that garage or they're planning on keeping it as part of to add on to the school community. Not really sure, but it's amazing how much land they're adding to this Division 2 school. I can remember back in the day when Taze Valley had more students in Circleville, which they have a lot more now, but since I've graduated, they've added on to their school themselves. They almost doubled the size of the school, at least a third of it. But anyways, back when I was in middle school and high school, even though Taze Valley had more students enrolled, Circleville always dominated them in sports. And then in the past few years, Taze Valley's attendance or enrollment numbers just kept growing and growing because they were the newer, better school to go to, other than Canal Winchester. In the Mid-State League, these teams were a part of, and Taze Valley started becoming a more dominant school in Circleville in a lot of sports, just because of higher number of students, and with more kids you have more chance of finding a higher number of better athletes in the long run. Man, I'm getting really dizzy. I'm gonna have to go sit down. Yeah, when I get dizzy and dehydrated, I end up anxiety attacks. Hopefully this one won't be too bad. I have to nap out here. So wind down. I don't know if this is picking up or not. I'm wondering if this is the same high jump mat that they've had for years and years. Not feeling too good. Took a chance on how much exercise I felt like I could do without having an attack, and could just be all in my head, but I did like 3/4 of a mile on my mother's treadmill the other day, indoors in the air conditioning, and had an attack after that, because my body wasn't even used to doing that much exercise. As you can tell, I had like some decent muscle mass in my leg, and not much body fat. Now it's like all turned to jello. So I'm really out of shape. I would probably maybe be able to run. Like if someone would drive me off in a car, I would have maybe been able to run a lap or two, or jog a lap or two, very slowly, and it would have been a hard workout. Which sucks, because like a month ago, I thought I was out of shape back then. I had trouble running a mile in like less than 7.5 minutes, maybe. It might have been, yeah, it was 7 flat. It was funny that it ended up right on the money with an even time like that. Ugh. So anyways, another 22-minute video, and I'm dehydrated, so I need to rest a little bit and then walk home. One more look. They are planning on keeping the track where it is, so, and I'm sure they'll upgrade it in their next advancement. I think that might already be on the schedule, their budget, because there's no reason to move the track football field are fairly expensive themselves. Chase Valley, I remember they said it cost $1 million to pave our track. We had a different surface, but the surface is actually nicer, it's softer. We had like all weather, like hard surface put in over like a worn out soft surface like this, and it ended up being like rock hard and it sucked to run on, but that's in the past. The sun is about to come out again, so just gotta relax and make it home without passing out on the sidewalk or having to call the squad. So here's hoping to a nice journey home.